Today, y'all, we're gonna be making some fried squash in the air fryer, some stuffed peppers, because I got a lot of peppers I need to stuff today. And we like that during the summer, and we love some good fried squash, but we are trying to eat better. Welcome to the Bickham house. Welcome to With the Bickhams. That's my granddaughter, Evie Kate. What you see here is what you get. I'm getting so tired, y'all, of trying to make perfect videos, and my life's not perfect. So I hope y'all enjoy this. Let's get to it, because we're gonna get the meat mixed up, get everything sliced up, get everything stuffed, air fryer going, in the oven with the stuffed peppers, and we're gonna make it happen. So let's get after it, y'all. Yep, so I gotta slice up all the squash. We gotta cut the tops off the peppers. We're gonna be cooking the peppers on this sheet in the oven. So we can kind of move that out the way. I'm only gonna do like 4 squash. I'm using my Culina knives, so if you want a link to my knives, it'll be in the description or in the comments. We're gonna keep these kind of pretty thin. Let me get my garbage open so I can constantly throw into the trash can. I'm just gonna cut the ends off real quick. And I'm gonna cut them probably, since we're gonna use the air fryer, I'm gonna do them as thin as I can. This one's not beautiful, but it's gonna get ate, you know what I mean? So we're gonna keep them, I gotta move my microphone, y'all. It's like getting in my way. We're gonna do them about, we're gonna try to keep them about 1/8 of an inch thick, y'all. So we're gonna get them all sliced up about 1/8 of an inch thick. I'm not worried about what rolls around. And then we're gonna get them in, 3/4 cup flour, the all-purpose flour, 3/4 cup of cornmeal, yellow cornmeal. I've got 4, I think it was 4, eggs with some buttermilk that I'm gonna mix up. And we're gonna put in a dash or a little palmful of salt. It doesn't matter which one you put it in. I'll sprinkle some more salt on them after they get fried. And we're gonna be using the shaker today. So we're gonna take everything and we're gonna put, let's just go ahead and do that before I get all the slicing done. So we're gonna dump our flour, cornmeal and salt. You can add in, I wanna add in a little heat. We're gonna add in a little cayenne pepper, just a little bit. You don't have to add a lot. Leave it out if you don't want it. Just give them a little bit of a bite. Gotta have that season, that flour seasoned. I'm gonna add, I think, a little bit more salt because I just think it's gonna need it. Then we won't have to, so maybe 2 little, a teaspoon and a half maybe. And we're gonna get that kind of shook up real quick. And then as we cut this, when we start putting the squash in it, you know, you can kind of go back and forth. Just get it all shook up good a couple times through the sifter. And then we can set it aside. Over there. Now get back to our slicing. 1/8 of an inch, y'all. That's all you got to do. Is just about 1/8 of an inch. Because I need to get, all right, so we're gonna get our eggs and our buttermilk kind of mixed up enough to coat the squash with. So just get everything a good mix, good little scramble there. I don't have, all this is eggs and some buttermilk. That's it. So I'm gonna stick some of the squash in the eggs. See how many I can do at one time. Got to make sure they kind of stay apart. It's going to get on your hands, so you just do what you got to do at this point. All right, so we're going to let them kind of drip and drain just a little bit. Then we're going to throw them in the cornmeal and the flour. Preheat it up. So we're going to go to 400 degrees and just let it warm up. I've got some spray that we're going to be spraying, just some olive oil spray. Or I can just use my olive oil. We're gonna be using a little bit of this seasoning when they come out. This is my red wine steak seasoning that we got from a local market, and I want to try that. I want to try that and see how that does. But you can't go wrong with squash during the summer, y'all. You just can't. And we definitely like the squash over the zucchini and eggplants. We really, really do. Now we're gonna do a little turning. And we're just gonna flip back and forth just to get them coated just enough, just to get that flour and cornmeal to stick. And we're gonna make sure everything gets down and they're good and coated. Now it's gonna take about probably about 10 minutes or so. Now try to get as much of that flour off. Try to get as much of that flour and cornmeal off as you can, since we're not deep frying. Let's try to get as much out, because you want it to crisp up, look like kind of like a potato chip, get that light brown color on it. But if you don't get some of this cornmeal and flour off, it's not going to do that. You know, even when you're deep frying though, I still like to shake off my excess and not have them so thick. Oh yeah, she likes hers. She likes hers a lot. It doesn't take these things long. Lightly spray in your you may have to get me the other one. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this in the air fryer. I'm gonna just lay them out in the air fryer, all nice and flat. These things get hot quick. Shake that excess off. So if you have a double air fryer, you can do this in twice as much. I've got our big oven preheated to 425 degrees on the speed bake with it. Ow, that was hot. So that's all I can fit in there right now. And I'm gonna be, this rag fits and get really dirty. All right, so we're gonna take our cooking spray and we're gonna spray that until we don't see any more dry spots on them. You wanna make sure you get enough of that that oil on there, that it turns that flour wet. And we're gonna cook about, I'm gonna go 10 minutes, 10 or 11 minutes, and we'll see what kind of color they look like. And we're gonna see how that works out. Because this will be actually the first time that I've done this in the air fryer. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what it looks like. Now that let's go ahead and fill this pan up, and then we can start on these peppers. I actually, you know what? I kind of need to get the peppers in the oven. I really do. Let's go ahead and get the peppers in the oven, because the peppers are going to take longer, and we're going to be doing this in batches anyway. So we'll be hanging out while we do that. So I've got about, I don't know, a pound of my fresh ground meat that we ground up. This was the ground chuck and bacon. So I'm just kind of working that. I had 1 egg, so about a pound of ground meat, 1 egg, and my seasoning with my left hand. So we're just going to sprinkle in some seasoning. Not too much. This stuff smells so good though, y'all. And we're going to work that in. And I will have to just wash my hands. All right, so we got our meat's kind of mixed up. I'm gonna wash my hands, and we're gonna cut the tops off of these peppers, and we're gonna go ahead and stuff them, and I'm gonna get a pan and we're gonna set them on a pan. All right, so we're gonna cut the tops off of all the peppers for now. I got another pan over there. We're just gonna cut the tops off, and we're gonna dig out the Evie cake, baby. She's singing or something. I don't know what she's doing. Since we're stuffing these, I needed my smaller knife, I guess. But I'm just gonna get out the biggest part of the seeds. She's in Arizona. Why was I thinking Michigan? Maybe I was thinking about Miss Liz. I don't know. Well, it's going to Arizona, the beautiful state of Arizona. Is where the second autographed copy of my cookbook's going to the winner. Okay, go back there and see Emma. Go see Emma. You want to go see Emma? Go see Emma.
Go see Emma? Come on.
All right, so I got 3 bell peppers that we're going to be stuffing. I'm not worried about the tops opening up. Just dig out as much as you can. You know, in the bell peppers. The little peppers are going to be a little bit harder. I may have to take a spoon for the banana peppers. I forgot what the name of this one is. Let's keep the lids together here. All right, so we had this one. They're kind of sweet, but I forgot the name of them. I really did. I forgot the name. They're a lot softer. They're more like a banana pepper than a bell pepper. They were selling them with the bell peppers though. All right, so now we got our banana pepper. The banana peppers, we're going to take a knife. We ain't gonna be able to stick the tops on these. So we're gonna take a smaller knife, whatever kind of little knife that you have somewhere. And we're gonna just go around without getting too crazy. And we're gonna get the seeds out. So kind of like stuffing a jalapeno pepper with, or no, you know what? Let's just cut further down. I like to eat them anyway. These are sweet, they're not hot. They're really good. Grab that little bit of seed out right there. Get on out of there. One more. One more like so. And we're going to take a peek. We're going to take a little peek. We'll take a little peek. I'm not going to eat that one, y'all. I'm not going to eat it. Let's get all these seeds off. Get as much of these seeds out of here as we can before the squash come back. I will eat that one though. Let's take a peek. Oh, y'all, how many minutes was that? 7 minutes. All right, so at 7 minutes, we're gonna flip, okay? So let's move some stuff out of the way so I don't burn my table. So we're gonna take let's take just a little, I got a little set of tongs somewhere. Let's just get a little small set of tongs. Oh, they're crispy too, y'all. All right, so flip them over and you'll see that white, you know, of the flour again. And we're gonna spray them. That one didn't have any white on the bottom. And we're gonna spray them again with a little oil, and you're only gonna have to cook them for about 3 more minutes. So 10 minutes total is where we're at. So we're gonna take this, whatever kind of cooking spray you want, or you can use this handy dandy bad boy right here. You can either pour or pump, whichever one you wanna do. Back in the air fryer for the last 3 minutes. Is it on 3? Yep. As long as it crisps up, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I got one pepper with a little brown spot on the bottom, but we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it because if we don't, all that juice is just gonna come out the other end, and we don't wanna do that. Oh, can you get me a little spoon? Let me get me a small spoon, y'all. I got it, Mimi. I got it. We're just gonna take a spoon. We're gonna move all these little lids. Move these here lids. And we're gonna start stuffing. Now you know the big one's gonna take a lot, but we're not gonna overdo it, y'all. So we want to make sure that's enough that each pepper gets enough in it. But we're not gonna, I could probably stuff all of this like everywhere. But I want to have it enough for them little ones as well. And we want to leave the meat kind of, I want to leave the meat a little bit loose, you know. We're not trying to, if I have any extra, then we'll add some more back in. This meat smells super good, y'all. Super duper good. All right, so we're not getting crazy with them. These are gonna go on that other pan. And there we go. I think we're gonna be all right. We may have a little bit more to add in there. This one, because it's not gonna stand up. Unless I put it between something, it's not gonna stand up, so all the juice gonna run out. All right, so we're gonna try to stuff these a little tighter. So we are vegetabling out today. I hope that you enjoyed the video and you make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a little share and a little like, and come on back and visit. I'll be glad when I can start cooking outside under the patio, which we're just now starting to work on. Matter of fact, I want to do a video of us. Finally starting to work on the front yard a little bit. Very little, because I just can't. I feel so bad, y'all, because I can't help Melissa.
It don't matter.
I know, but I feel bad.
I can do it.
I feel bad that I can't help her. I really do. I mean, I really do. All right, so I think we're good. All right, so we got enough meat in these, and we can add a little more to whatever one needs them. So I have a little bit more meat. We're going to add a little bit of extra to each one. And there we go. Now drop one little piece. All right, now we're gonna get ready to go in the oven on the other pan. So let's see if we can make a little room and get it over here. All right, so we got them on. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a couple toothpicks. I'm gonna take a toothpick because I don't want the lids falling off, y'all. So we're gonna take a toothpick, and I'm gonna put a toothpick on each side. See, just to keep it on there. Probably won't go but downhill. So we're gonna just stick one. I think one will be enough, whichever way it's leaning, to just keep it from falling off. And I'm gonna put one on this one. And these other ones don't have any, they don't have any lids on them. So 425 degrees, y'all. We're gonna let these start baking. I may adjust the temperature depending, because I want the meat to get done. So in the oven they're gonna go. We'll talk about the time once they get to that point, and I'll check and make sure they're done. One more batch in the air fryer. But we're gonna get the egg wash, and we're gonna get some back in here from the egg wash to the cornmeal and the flour. So just dip it in the egg and the buttermilk. Throw it in the flour. It's just easier doing them one at a time. So just dunk it in there, throw it in. You can only cook, I'm gonna go ahead and get that pan full, and we're gonna cook some in there. Let them cook in the oven. We're gonna see how they do in the oven too, so we can cook more at one time. So that's the ones we're gonna fill up first. We're gonna see how many we can get on that pan. Now don't get me wrong, these are good, but because they don't have the grease, they don't quite have the same taste as the ones that we fry.
Maybe not, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit different taste than the ones that we fry in the oil, but these are good. Yeah, they're good. And we don't necessarily, I would rather cook these outside, because these are when we fry in here, I don't have a vent that vents out. And it tends to, smoke up the house. All right, so we got enough here. There comes Evie Kate again.
Oh, she's dropping, Papa.
Oh, she's got her shopper. I'm making a mess. Making a mess. All right. She's got her Target basket. She's got her Target basket. Ah. All right. See where we at here. A bug? You got a bug on you?
Yeah.
How you did that?
We don't know what it is.
We live out here in the country. We got bugs. You know how that is. All right, so we're going to lay them down on this rack. And we're going to see, we can get a little bit more on the rack. I got a ton of squash. I might even cook some without cornmeal to see how they do. See how you can crisp those. See how long it takes to make some squash potato chips. You know? She said nasty. Whatever was nasty, I don't know. What is that?
Yeah.
Cooper wants out.
Oh.
Yeah. Cooper says you got me all up in this room up in here. All up in this him room. All right. One more time. Until we get this thing filled up good enough. I may have to add in some more flour. So if you need flour and cornmeal, just add more as you need it. Depending on how many of these things you're cooking, What is that fan doing on? Whew.
You're not supposed to touch the bacon.
A toddler. The toddler is in everything. Usually it doesn't matter if I'm frying it or what. It's getting ate as it's getting cooked.
She thinks they're cooked.
No cookies.
She thinks cookies.
These are not cookies. No cookie. All right, so I think we got enough for that. The rest of them are going to go in the air fryer. I still need a few more for the air fryer. I'm really not worrying about if I'm not even getting flour on everything. I'm just trying to see if I can make do with what I have. So we're going to put these in the oven. Then we're going to fill that air fryer up. Oh, I like to forgot. Oh, please. I like to forgot to spray them, y'all. Let's try just the olive oil this time. Now, it takes a good bit to cover all of the, I'll use up way too much for that. Just use your spray. You just want to make sure that you cover them really good and there's no more dry spots. You want them to be wet. Ooh, them peppers is going to turn on the outside. Let me, we may have to turn that down a little bit. Me. All right, so this is the next batch. Out, up. Now we're starting to get a little bit of oil though, y'all. Starting to get a little oil in the bottom, which is okay. I won't pour it out next time. And we're just gonna keep filling. So we're gonna keep shaking. Don't worry about it if it's not all the way covered. So let me wipe that off. Back in the air fryer after we spray. Spray them good, y'all. Spray them good. It's gonna take a good bit though. What are you doing? Mimi, where'd you find that?
What she got? Lotion?
Yeah, lotion.
I put lotion
Okay.
on her hand.
Lord, get a napkin there because she wrote to put it all over the table. She said blue egg. All right, so back up to 10 minutes. Or 9 minutes. 9 or 10 minutes. And we'll let that batch go. And we'll just keep spinning these. We're fixing to come out with the peppers. And we're gonna take a look at those. All right, so the peppers got done, y'all. You can see the little peppers actually crisp up really decent. Like you're doing like you're actually gonna peel them. Like where you roast them. So they look really good, the small peppers do. These just did start kind of wrinkling up and turning brown. So we're gonna let everything sit over there and cool for that. And I've got one batch of the oven. All right, so this is the oven squash, cooked the same way, but just in the oven. These are gonna be, I wished I could dump them. I might can dump them off. Let's see if I can dump the rack. If I can get the rack out. Boop. And let's see if we can lay them all on the rack. And you got a couple stuck. That one tried to stick there, which is okay. So we're gonna lay a few more in here, and we're gonna do another batch so we can finish up. All right. So let's go on in with some more on the big wire rack. And we're just gonna cook the rest of them. I'm gonna kick the heat up to about 425 again, or 450. And we're gonna cook the rest of these in the oven so we can finish up that last batch in the air fryer and get those naked ones done and see how they come out. I almost didn't have enough room. Almost didn't have enough room. But we just made it. We just made it. So in the oven these are gonna go, and we'll finish them up. So we can get them, we're gonna set the timer so we can check in the convection oven. We're gonna look at them. We're gonna look at them in about 15 minutes. And we're gonna see what they look like. So I'm gonna take some more seasoning, and we're gonna sprinkle some seasoning on the outside of these. Now it's just not sticking to it like it would be if you had oil. Oh, but, you know, and this is all the stuff we have left. So we have just some crumbs left. So we did good with the leftover flour. I like to just kind of shake it around, get as much out as I can before I go over to the sink. And then in the sink it goes. Like I said, this is the Batter Pro by Cajun Injector. I'll see if I can find a link and have it in the description as well. These are good, y'all. These are good. And you could fry these things in the air fryer, like really fry them until they're like potato chips. Like you could cook them until they're crispy, crispy, crispy. You absolutely could. All right, so we're gonna come out with the last batch. These actually got darker, so that's a good thing. Oh, the air fryer is actually cooking them up pretty good. So you could actually carry your air fryer outside and plug it up, cook these things, and your guests will be eating them as you're standing there cooking. So it can be just a you know, like a hors d'oeuvre or an appetizer for sure. They just, you know, they get crispy like potato chips. Now, this batch we're just going to do naked, and we're going to sprinkle seasoning on them as they cook. So we're just going to spray them. I didn't have but 8 of them. We're going to spray them. We're just going to spray these with olive oil. So we're going to give these a dash of olive oil so the seasoning will stick. And we're going to sprinkle them up with the seasoning. Give them a little generous coat so they can get some good flavor on them. And let's see how crispy we can make these things without the flour and cornmeal. 400 degrees. We're still going to try to cook them about, I don't know, maybe 10 more minutes. Let's see how crispy they get with 10. And then we'll look at the last ones. But these, super good. I'm going to sprinkle these with some more seasoning. This is that red wine steak seasoning. These are getting really crunchy. I see you. We got the stuffed peppers. It's going to be really good tonight, y'all. It's going to be really, really, really good. Well, I think these are going to turn out really good too. All right, so we got a little plate made right here. We're still waiting on these to be ready. I am going to have to flip them. Oh, they're finally getting crispy. All right, so let's flip these over. This is the ones with no, we have no, all right, y'all, so we got everything ready. We got the peppers done. We got the squash done. We even got the ones that don't have any flour or cornmeal on them. They're very good. Not as crunchy, but they're still very good. The peppers are wonderful. The ground meat, I put some Japanese barbecue sauce on mine. The ground meat that I make, y'all, for different things, so good. I mean, it's just, with the bacon in that ground meat, it's just wonderful. I mean, just wonderful. Little pepper, little ground meat. Oh. A little squash. Absolutely heavenly. I don't know if I like them as good as the deep fried squash, but they're good. For the not having the oil, air fryer did its thing. So I hope you enjoyed the video, y'all. I'm Craig with the Bickhams. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you did. If you got any value from this video and you just enjoyed it. Our videos are not, this is it. What you see is what you get. Grandbabies running around, the dog running around, racket, screaming sometimes. And sometimes we don't get everything right when we're cooking. So I thank y'all again. I hope you'll come back. I hope you really enjoyed it. Come get you some squash and stuffed bell peppers, or stuffed peppers, period. And we'll see you on the next video. So I'm Craig with the Bickhams. Y'all come back for the next recipe. Bye-bye, y'all.